Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. With me is David and Max. So recently we did a video about outgoing transfers, and we mentioned that Ross might be off soon and Kevin Mirallas might be off soon. Well, guess what? They're both off. All right, they're gone. Ross is on a permanent to Chelsea for $15 million, which is less than a lot of people expected. $35 million was the cost in the fall. So there's that. And Kevin Mirallas is off to Olympiacos, his former team, and they love him there. Many people greeted his plane. They love that guy there. I think it's $4 million was the fee, but it's just a loan. Apparently, I'm assuming they'll make that permanent at the end of the season. I can't see him wanting to leave there after the end of the season. So we have to react to this. This is basically our reactions to Ross leaving and Kevin leaving. So let's start with Ross, guys. Max is making a face already. So
it got me, this one. It just got me. I just think, as I was saying to you earlier, Gerry, I'm not going to personally attack the lad because I don't know him, but I just think that, the club looked after him through a double leg break and this serious hamstring injury. And, run your contract down like that. I know, as you said earlier, Gerry, you don't even know if he thought that through properly.
Yeah.
I've heard his agent had heavy influence over him, and there were multiple factors that just kind of ushered him out the door, and it really frustrated me in the manner that he left, because as you say, Gerry, 15 million when really, in the summer it could have been 35, or even the dignity to sign a contract and get just help the club out and let us be better off. It's one of them moves that it's quite like it. It's not quite Rooney to Man United, but because he still might be a flop, and I don't think Chelsea. I think Chelsea fans will realise soon that you've got to put up with a lot with Ross. Where he tends to go a bit brainless, doesn't know whether to go left, right, or through the middle, and can just lose the ball like that. But I'm sure they'll find that out.
I know you say it's not quite Rooney to United. I think on some levels it's worse, because I feel like at least Rooney was the boy wonder. He was unbelievable and probably like the best young prospect in the world. Ross isn't. He didn't warrant a massive move. I'm surprised he got it, but he has anyway. The whole thing for me just stinks. There's so much more going on that I don't think we'll find out for a long time. I think it could be things that have gone behind. We've heard so many rumours, but then this is what we said last time when we all spoke about it, that he hasn't had the decency to kind of clarify anything for us.
Yeah.
And now it just looks as if he kept his mouth shut because he just wanted to do the coward's way and just kind of go out the back door without having to say anything. He was an Evertonian. He grew up at the club. It's the club he apparently loved. And on his goodbye message, there was about, what was it, half a paragraph saying thanks to Everton and the fans. What was all that about?
I haven't even seen it. I didn't know he put one out.
Yeah. So
it was only on Instagram. He didn't even bother on Twitter. Lukaku, for all Lukaku's flaw, at least he had one of his PR fellas make a cheesy Photoshop video with the Everton tune on. But yeah, it was just. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm not going to personally attack him because it's not my style. I don't think it's anyone's style on here. But I don't wish him any well in his career. I think he's made a massive mistake, and we can see it coming. He might be in denial now, but I don't think anyone is expecting him to take over the world when it comes to football over the next few years.
Yeah, the big frustration here. He goes to Chelsea, and either he took the medical or he's about to take the medical, knowing he was injured. The idea that he might, or someone might have known he wasn't going to be able to play until January
exactly. That's just another factor that kind of went into my head.
If someone knew, and if he knew, that's just it. So I would like to think that it's an agent taking advantage of him because Ross just doesn't know the way of things usually. That's what I'm assuming. I'm hoping that Ross just doesn't understand this stuff. Okay, but they know if Chelsea buys him for a lower fee in January, they will get more money from Chelsea. Period. Someone knows that. All right, but however, at what point do we sit there and say, Ross, you're a big boy.
Yeah.
You make your own decisions. You may have people influencing you, but whatever. So I'm torn. I do think there's a good kid in there. I do. I think he's a good player. No, I mean I really do. He seems like but I think I think he's damaged.
Yeah, true. One thing that kind of stuck out to me is, obviously it hasn't gone as smoothly as planned. They're drawing similarities to AC Milan with the money that they've had come in. As you say, for an Evertonian to be at the club and all this money come in, and there's still a prospect there that for lack of a better phrase, if we get our shit together and kind of spend this money wisely and develop a better squad, the fact that he's still kind of just hadn't thought of that, or as I've said previously, hasn't thought, they're going through a bit of a bad time here, let me just grit my teeth, and once I get fit again I'll start playing. Even if he wants to move, play your way out. Like look at what the likes of Coutinho and Mahrez, Mahrez hadn't played last year, they basically played their way to big moves, particularly Coutinho. And yeah, as you say, I don't know if it's all properly processed in his head, but it's a low move.
And here's the thing as well, when you actually think back, we always naturally look at that Chelsea medical as when it was this all kind of the decision to leave come about. He wasn't signing the contract all of at the back end of last season when we were still on a high. We were finishing the season quite well. We were secure Europe, big summer ahead. He was already looking elsewhere. He was already gone. So yeah, I've got a lot of question marks over the situation, how it come about, and question marks over the player himself. I think he has definitely sold Everton down the banks. And if that isn't the case, he should have come out and said something, but he didn't. And I don't think he'll ever be forgiven. We said this about Rooney, and now he's one of our better players. He's come back, but Rooney had to work very hard to get back to where he was. That was a few years in the making. That I don't think anyone will have Barkley back, because at least we got good money for Rooney at the time. We fucked over financially with Barkley as well.
That's the difference right there. With Rooney, the club needed the money. You know what I mean? And Rooney didn't say, hey, I want to go. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Rooney was clamoring and angry and any of that kind of stuff. Everton needed the money. With Barkley,
and to be honest,
got the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Gerry? Rooney probably did deserve the move, because look what he went and won, and he was a fantastic player. Barkley doesn't. What's Barkley done? I was trying to think of his highlights when he left, and I was like, he scored the goal at Newcastle where everybody just seemed to fall over in front of him. What else did he do? He scored some alright goals, but you never looked at a game and thought, Ross Barkley won us that game. He took by the scruff of the neck and he won us. He never done any of that. And it's just, he didn't deserve to just shit on Everton like that, and I don't think Evertonians will forget it.
No, I just think it's funny as well that he got the number 8 shirt. But I'm one of them people that kind of values shirt numbers and just things like that. He's got Frank Lampard's shirt. Can't wait till they see the difference between bloody Frank Lampard and Ross Barkley. Yeah. I mean, I haven't got a book full of Chelsea contacts. I only know a few Chelsea lads, but they're buzzing for it. And I just said, wait and see.
I think I have fonder memories of him winning some games for us, or at least scoring some spectacular goals. And I do think there were games where he appeared to be the most dominant player on the pitch that we still didn't win. I think that happened often. where he possessed the ball maybe more than anybody else on the pitch, but we still didn't win. And I think that's a little, I don't know, that told me a little bit about him, about you when you were talking about earlier his indecisiveness. He created a lot of chances last season. He did. That did happen. And do I think our team would be better if he stayed on it and played? Yeah, I do. But I don't know where. Here's the thing: is his move stemming from a big head and him thinking he's better and he deserves it, or is his move stemming from the fact that he didn't get along with Koeman, which I think is clear, or is his move stemming from the fact that he doesn't like living where he lives now, and he's just it's the atmosphere is not getting along with it. You know what I mean? Is not jiving with him.
Yeah. I said there's so many question marks.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I think he just needs from his point of view, I think what he's looking at there is just a fresh start. A club to play Champions League football, and I feel like he's just sick of having to start over every season at Everton. Which I can understand that, but just the way he's gone about this deal is absolutely awful.
I'm glad it was over quickly, though. I'm glad for this transfer window. Okay, you know what I mean? We're getting a lot of the negative aspects of the club out quickly this January.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, Mirallas is in Greece now. All right.
Smooth.
You see,
Smooth
segue.
transition. Come on.
So I figured this is much quicker than Ross. Okay, Kevin scored some amazing goals for us over the past, however long he's been here. All right, he hasn't. I never really consider him as an assist man. I always consider him as the guy who cuts in and nails one from just outside the 18.
Yeah.
All right, but inconsistency has totally checkered his career here. So Max, give me your 30-second appraisal.
He got that hero's welcome. I think everything at Everton seemed to go downhill from when he robbed that penalty off Baines against West Brom. But yeah, he got that hero's welcome, didn't he? And he's been a good servant for the club. Inconsistent towards the end and didn't really materialise what we wanted. But if he, as you say, he's probably going to go on a perm after this loan runs out. So, thanks for whatever you did. Yeah. Really, you didn't do much.
David.
Inconsistent attitude, inconsistent performances, some good, some bad. I wish him well, but I don't particularly miss him either.
There was a short period where he was one of my favorite players to watch for Everton.
Same.
It was a short period.
Yeah. It's normally one half of football.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ross and Kev, I don't even have any parting words for you. You're gone, and that's the reality. All right. So, if you're digging the videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. Also, like, comment, all that hot stuff. Check out David's stuff on The Sportsman and also on the Toffee Blues website. Check out Max's stuff on the Toffee Blues website. Check out the Toffee Blues on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and just go to the website for all kinds of awesome content. Guys, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you later. All right, everybody? Bye-bye.